Welcome back, people of YouTube. I am back for a movie review, so stick around to the end and watch out for the full moon. I'm your host, Saber Planet Entertainment, and this is 2009's Underworld: Rise of the Lycans. So honestly, it's just another regular night. I had the next day off, so I thought, hey, might as well watch a horror movie, and my friend was up for it, so searched through Netflix, found Underworld: Rise Lycans. Looks pretty interesting. What I didn't know about it though is that it's actually a series. I think there's actually 5 in there. There's Underworld from 2003. There's 2006. The one I watched is actually the 3rd in the series. So there's that, and then there's 2 after that in like a 2013, I want to say, or 2012, and then a 2016 movie, which is crazy. And this is a good movie. I'm going to say this is a pretty good movie. So I'm excited to go back and watch the 1st, 2nd, 4th, and 5th one and see how the whole series turns out to be. But focusing on the 3rd installment of the series, Underworld: Rise Lycans, I want to say that I had no idea what I was getting into because the description of the movie is just a regular night I had the next day off. Thought I might as well watch a horror movie. It was talking about werewolves and vampires and stuff, and I was like, this could be interesting. This seems, because it's sort of mythical. But I knew from the first 15 minutes of the movie, it was going to be great because the action scenes are really amazing in this movie. It starts out with this chick, and she's like riding back to base on a horse, and she's like fighting all these werewolves. So by the way, the CGI in the movie, it's not good. If you are a fan of like huge graphics or like crazy CGI, I mean, this is not the movie for you. The werewolves look more like gremlins, if you ask me. But anyways, the important thing is that at one point she turns around and out of her sword just like shoots these like arc stars, and they just kill like 2 werewolves. It's not. But the crazy thing is on the way back, there's this guy in the archer tower, which is like total Lord of the Rings vibe in this movie. He's aiming at the werewolves, and he's like, okay, I got 1 bolt here. Shoots it. No joke. She's got the helmet on. There's 2 behind her. He shoots it directly off her forehead, splits the arrow, and hits the other 2. Like, just, I know that's so unbelievable and almost impossible to do. Like, you'd have to try over 10 million times, but just seeing stuff like that just makes me just get so hyped in the movie because it's like, whoa, that's nuts. Are you serious? That's crazy. So on top of what I believe to be great action scenes, I think that there's a decent world built, which I was sort of surprised to be. I always feel like if there's a series or something and you start not at the 1st and you start at like the 3rd or the 4th, it's always impossible to like grasp the whole thing. But I feel like even though I started with the 3rd out of the 5, I feel like I already know like the story, which is nuts. Like I'm already like built into the world because you have the humans and you have like the vampires, and then you have the werewolves, and then there's like Lycans, which I believe are humans that have been bit by werewolves, and they're like half werewolf, half not. It's a little confusing, but the vampires are pretty much king of the crop, and they're just the kingpin, which is pretty nuts. On top of this, I do want to say, decent story as well. It's a little bit cliche with the Romeo and Juliet cursed love and all this, and a little bit cliche. It's been done 100 times, but it works. It always works. There's a reason why it's been done that many times. And the whole storyline with the hierarchy of the vampires and the werewolves, and between Lucian and Sonia, and I call him Ozzy because he looks like some just a basic long-haired dude, but it's a pretty decent story. Overall, I like this film. On my rating scale, 1 to 5, 1 being bad, 2 being okay, 3 being good, 4 being great, 5 being masterpiece, I gotta say, it's between 3 and 4. Would I call it a great film? I don't think so. I think I would call it a good film. It's something that I would probably watch again. It is a good film. It's teetering on 3 to 4, so it's somewhere in between there. But yeah, it's crazy. As far as the pros go, great action scenes, decent world built, and decent story. Cons, I mean, no major complaints. Not enough great music, I guess I would say. I guess you could throw in also the CGI isn't great, but I rarely ever judge stuff based off of graphics, so, it's just because like a movie from like, just because a graphical movie from 19 like say 50 is not as graphically great as 2015 movie doesn't mean that automatically it's better. So that's always my base argument for graphical stuff. But overall, I mean, 3 out of 5 for Underworld: Rise of the Lycans. So that's pretty much it for this quick review. I feel like that was a pretty good movie. I am excited to go and watch all of the films in this series. Like, I am going to watch the first, second, and fourth and fifth one and see how the whole series goes and see where the characters go and all this, and just see, like, I was so confused because at the end of this movie, there's like a major cliffhanger. And I'm sitting here thinking, there's got to be another one. Like, there's no way it ends like this. There's got to be another one. And lo and behold, there's 5. So I'm excited to go back, check them all out, maybe review the whole series at some point, do a big deep dive or some shit. But overall, 3 out of 5 for Underworld: Rise of the Lycans of 2009. That's pretty much it for this review. So if you enjoyed this review, give it a thumbs up, comment, do whatever you want. Did you like this movie? Is the whole series good, or should I just avoid it? Is it actually really bad? Am I getting myself into something that's actually shit? I have no idea. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this quick review, and catch you next time. Peace.
You defiled my daughter. I loved her! You killed her!
Thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. If you want to support my channel, make sure to like and subscribe for future videos. I cover all areas of entertainment, from books to movies, TV shows, and games, all of the above. And if you're really dedicated, I do have my Patreon links in the description. Anything that's donated to my channel in any way necessary, half of it is going back to charity because it's the least I can do. So hopefully you enjoyed the video and have a great day. Peace.